preparing the pizza by throwing in other types of soil and rocks as ingredients. The third step was to feed everything to Belle. The fourth step was to release the steel from the snake passage. The fifth step was to roll the steel into 120 bundles of wires using pipadong when the steel cooled. The rope was complete. The hero handed his brother a shovel and said that that was it. He pointed and said that this process was the starting point of the entire construction. If you screw up here, it would be the end. The boy added that in addition to the estate's debt, this would also decide his fate at the academy. The boy stared at his brother in shock, clutching the tool. Julian looked awkwardly at the brown-haired man and asked why he should be trusted with such an important task. The hero turned around and said that this was a very important task, so such a smart and responsible young man should complete it. He quickly added an insult at the end. The child looked at his brother in surprise and was surprised that he called him a son of a bitch again. Lloyd headed for the exit with a smile, and the night followed. The brown-haired man was carrying rolled-up plans and was thinking that building a suspension bridge with the technology of this era was not an easy task. He was sure that he could not cope alone. The guy resolutely looked ahead and was going to borrow a power beyond technology. He looked at the building, from the pipes of which smoke was pouring. The royal dwarf craftsman Corgidus tore himself away from the bottle and refused. The hero smiled and noted that he had not said anything yet. The interlocutor took a sip and said that he did not want to listen to anything. The brown-haired man grinned and thought that everything was as described in the novel, an old and mean old man. If he was not interested, he would not even move, even by decree of the queen. However, the guy also had an ace up his sleeve. Lloyd unfolded the drawing and said that it was a plan for building a bridge over the Magenta River, and it was called the structure of the Rafter Truss. The gnome threatened with a bottle and exclaimed that he was not interested in human projects. Suddenly, he squinted and looked at the drawing. The hero rolled up the drawing paper and muttered that then it was worth leaving this topic. The aristocrat dramatically turned to the exit, saying that he would look for another workshop. Corgidus put the bottle on the table and stopped him. He said that if